I promise you that after watching this video, you will make 10k per month. 10k USD per month, every single month. I promise you, as long as you watch this video, you will make 10k per month. So, let me explain. Let's get straight into it. So firstly, mindset is the only thing holding you back. And now those of you that click off this video, or those of you that don't watch the rest of the video, you're guaranteed you're not going to become successful. If you can't sit down and watch a 10-minute YouTube video on exactly how to make 10k per month, then how do you expect to make 10k per month? To go out there and actually go through the pain required to get to 10k per month? It's just not going to happen. But I promise you right now that mindset is the only thing holding you back. Like, if you had the right mindset, you would be where you want to be. And I'll prove it to you. Because let's say Elon Musk or Andrew Tate or someone hyper successful was in your shoes. They would be making at least 10k per month in the exact same shoes, with the exact same knowledge, exact same resources, family, everything the same as you. They would be making 10k per month. So that just proves to you that it's not about the knowledge. It's about just the mindset. You're just self-sabotaging, which moves me on to the next point. Self-sabotaging. You know for a fact, you listen to this, you know for a fact, if you actually did what's required and did what you know in your brain you have to do to hit 10k per month, you would make 10k per month. You're not stupid. And do you want to know why I know that? Because you would have given up by now. If you knew for a fact you couldn't make 10k per month, that it was impossible to make 10k per month online, why would you still be trying? For example, I know it's impossible for me to jump to the moon. Like, in one movement, I know it's impossible for me to jump to the moon. So I'm not going to try to jump to the moon. Right? Do you understand? Like, if you knew something's impossible, you're not even going to try it. Whereas you are still trying to make 10k per month, so you know in the back of your mind it is possible, and I promise you it is possible. It just requires a little bit of pain, a little bit of work, and for you to just keep on working. And I promise you, by the end of this video, I will give you all the things you need to hit 10k per month. I promise you, just stay here. So, the next thing is, if you're struggling with parents, you don't love your parents. If you're struggling, If you're struggling with motivation, you don't love your parents. And that's harsh, but it's true. If you're struggling with motivation, you just don't love your parents. And I'm going to read something to you real quick, and I promise you this is going to change your life forever. I don't need motivation to work. My dad didn't need it when he would walk 50 minutes daily to work and 50 minutes back to save 20p on a bus fare. My dad didn't need motivation to work when he would get attacked and robbed by skinheads on the way back from work after a 14-hour shift. My dad didn't need motivation to work when he worked for £80 per effing week, despite working 12 plus hours per day. Your parents want you to become successful, and you retire them, and I'm sad to say, but honestly, bro, you are in their debt forever, whether you like it or not. I read that one more time. Your parents want you to become successful and retire them, and I'm sad to say, but honestly, bro, you're in their debt forever, whether you like it or not. Okay? So you need to understand, your parents had dreams when they were young, and they probably didn't achieve them due to sacrificing for you. Due to their sacrifice for you. I'll give a personal story. I'm not going to go into the exact details. Let's make up a job, because I'm not going to say the job that my mum had. But my mum had a very successful, like a very, not well-paying job, but a very high-up job, right? It's not like a bin man or something where it's low status. A high-up job, and she'd been in that job for about 15, 20 years, and she gave it up just for me and my family. Because she knew that if she wanted me and my brother to have a really good childhood, she couldn't be working, 12 hours a day or 10 hours a day at the same time. She had to take care of us. So the amount that your parents sacrifice for you is just insane. Like, you wouldn't believe it. It's incredible. Like, I every other day I find out, like, how much more they sacrifice for me that I never even knew about. They don't even complain about it. So, as I said, right, and by the way, this isn't the story I just mentioned about my mum. That is a true story about me. However, this one I read out is about one of my mates who's really successful. Like, as it says here, I don't need motivation to work. My dad didn't need it when he would walk 50 minutes daily, right? An hour daily to work and an hour back just to save 20 pence on a bus fare. He didn't need motivation to work when he worked for £80 per week for 7 days, despite working 12 hours plus per day. Like, you got to understand the amount they sacrificed, and you're telling me you don't have motivation? Well, you're arrogant, and you're going to lose. So next thing, is you're too selfish, right? You think in a small picture. Like I promise you, if you just didn't procrastinate, if you just didn't waste time, if you just got on with the task that you know you need to do, and you had 5 daily tasks, which is something I speak about. If you had 5 daily tasks, you know you have to get done every single day, and if you just looked at them and you actually did them, you would hit 10K per month. So I promise you already know what to do. Like it's not about, I can give you knowledge, right? I've already done that in other videos. I could give you, 7 steps to hitting 10K per month, but you're not going to do it because your mindset's in the wrong place. I promise you, it's so important you understand this, because a lot of you guys are just going to skip through this or you're not going to believe me. I promise you, I didn't believe it at first. When my mentor said it to me first, I was like, nah, like no way did I pay for this. Because I was like, all right, let's get on with it. Like, what are we going to do? What's the first step? It's like a full-on roadmap I basically paid for. Because he was doing coaching as well. And I was like, okay, cool. What are we going to get started with? And on the first call, he was just about mindset. I was like, bro, like, okay, thanks for the mindset, but surely I need the actual things. And he was like, nah. Like, yes, okay, sure, you need to know the right things, but the most important thing is your mindset. Because even if you're doing the worst business model, you will still get to 10K per month with the right mindset. Do you understand now? Even if you're doing the wrong business model, which isn't really possible, but even if you're doing a worse business model with the right mindset, you'll still get to 10K per month. So it's all about what you have up here. So you already know what to do. You're too selfish. You think in a small picture. Like when, for example, and this is something that's really important actually. I was speaking to my mentor the other day and I was like, after college, sometimes I spend like 15, 20 minutes just scrolling through Instagram and just wasting a little bit of time. And I was like, how can I fix this? And he was like, just do it. Like, I could give you a trick, I could give you a hack, but it's not going to work. Just do it. You don't have a parasite in your brain that's holding you back and forcing you to watch Instagram. No, you have free will. And that's something I'm going to write down, which is good that I just spoke about. But you have free will. You need to understand your life, and this is really, really good. So listen very carefully, because as I said, boys, I promise you, by the end of this video, you will know how to make 10K per month step by step. If you don't make 10K per month after watching this YouTube video, you've just missed one of the points I've spoken about, or you just haven't even tried. You haven't even written down or wrote down what I said, and you haven't even tried. That's how selfish you are. That's how little you love your parents. So you have free will. That you can decide right now after this YouTube video whether you're going to grab a piece of paper and whether you're going to write down exactly what I said and you're going to actually apply it, or whether you're going to go back to Instagram Reels, or whether you're going to scroll down and maybe right now you're on the comments, or maybe you scroll down and you go on to the next YouTube video and the next YouTube video and the next YouTube video and the next YouTube video, and you constantly switch from dopamine. From dopamine to more dopamine, more dopamine, more dopamine. And that's why your life is a wreck. It's because of a few decisions which just took you the wrong way. I promise you, your whole life up till now and the reality you live in is due to the decisions you've made. And the reality you will live in and the life you will live will also be due to your decisions. It's your decision whether you wake up early and whether you grind in the morning. It's your decision whether you want to go to sleep late, wake up really late, not be motivated, eat loads of sweets, you've got brain fog, you don't create a YouTube video, you don't create a personal brand, you don't send outreach messages, you don't do cold calls, all your choice. But one of them is going to lead to you living a fantastic life, an amazing life. And one of you is going to lead to you living an horrific life, a disappointing life, a life where at your deathbed you say, oh, I wish I just went all in. I wish I didn't procrastinate. And I understand you, bro. Like, honestly, I was in your position. Like, I had no idea how to make money. But I always thought it was about the tactics. I always thought it was about, oh, which business model? Okay, what outreach script? It's not about that, because outreach scripts change every single day. Cold call scripts change every single day. Sales calls tactics change every single day. YouTube videos change every single day. It's not about that. It's about being consistent and just having the right mindset. As long as you fix what's up here, everything else will follow. I promise you, if you look at the elite performers, and listen very carefully to what I'm saying, if you look at the hyper elite performers in the world, whether it's in sport, basketball, football, tennis, swimming, rugby, running, judo, martial arts, UFC, or whether it's in business, you're a CEO, you're a really high paid job in a business, you're an accountant, whatever. If you look at the top people of any sector of life, it all comes down to what's up here. I promise you, it all comes down to what their mindset is like. Like, if you look at all those people, if you look at, for example, let me tell you, if you look at someone like Ronaldo, who's obviously hyper successful, like, in my opinion, the best football player in the world. If you look at Ronaldo and then you compare him to someone like Elon Musk, you'll find so many similarities. Even though one of them's, hyper successful in football and one of them's hyper successful in business, it's like, why would they be similar? It's because it's what's up here. They're both hyper competitive, extremely competitive. They're both ruthless, they're dedicated, they're consistent, they work every single day. As Ronaldo says, right, he doesn't feel like going to the gym every single day, he does it regardless. So I promise you right now, mindset is holding you back. And you have free will. And after this video, you will make 10k per month. If you actually apply what I say, you will make 10k per month. I promise you. Like, it's not, there's no way, like, let me say this one more time. Next time you see your parents or family sitting down, just look at them and think, what is going on in that mind? What do they want? What did they want, but never get to have? If you do that, you will never be lazy again. If you're still lazy, then you just know you don't love your family. You just don't love your family. Like, if you're still lazy after watching this video, if you still don't make 10k per month after watching this YouTube video, within the next, like, let's give you 12 months, right? It's a little while. I would say 3 months, but you guys don't act with enough speed, so let's give you 12 months. If you don't make 10k per month within the next 12 months, you just don't love your family. Like, if right now, after watching this YouTube video, this is a test for you, right? After watching this YouTube video, if you don't go ahead and write down exactly what I said and apply exactly what I said and think about it and actually just put everything away, put the phone away, put the laptop away and just focus on what I've just said, if you don't do that, you don't love your family. Like, you don't love your mum, you don't love your dad. You don't love your grandparents. You don't love your brother, your sister. You don't love anyone. Like, you hate them. Because you're so brutally arrogant and so brutally lazy that you'd rather let the dopamine of Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube, and all these things control your life than just sacrifice, work hard, go through the pain, and retire them and give them the life they deserve. So I promise you, mindset is holding you back. Like, there's no way I can say it more. Mindset is holding you back. But yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't think there's much else. I guess free will will be the last thing I'll speak about, but just quickly, like, you have free will. You can decide whether you want to watch porn, whether you want to watch YouTube videos, whether you want to watch Instagram Reels, TikTok, or whether you want to grind and send cold DMs and actually start getting clients and book appointments and make money and retire your parents and travel the world and do whatever you want. You can decide. Like, there's nothing holding you back. Don't have negative beliefs. Everything stems from your thoughts. That's something I spoke about in a previous video, but it's called TEAR. T-E-A-R. Thoughts, emotions, actions, results. Your results stem from your thoughts. It all starts in the thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, if you don't think positively, if you don't believe that you can achieve something, you're not going to achieve it. And last thing I'm going to speak about before I finish is desire. In Think and Grow Rich, one of the best books I've ever read, the first lesson is the 13 steps to become rich. The first step is desire. You have to want to become rich. If you don't desire to hit 10k per month, if you don't desire to retire your parents, you stand precisely zero, and I mean zero, chance of ever actually doing what's required to retire your parents, hit 10k per month, travel, or do whatever you want. You have zero chance. Zero, like not even 0.5, just zero chance. If you don't have a burning desire, something inside of you that, like a fire inside of you that really wants to accomplish your goals and retire your parents, you stand zero chance. You might as well get off this YouTube video and get a 9 to 5. Go to Mackey's, because you stand no chance. Because me, I'm 17 now, turning 18 in 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Yeah, that's 6-7 months. But yeah, I'm turning 18 soon. Not soon, but I'm 17 at the moment, and I started business, or got into business, when I was 11 years old, 11 and a half years old. It was, I think, 4 or 5 months before my 12th birthday, when I saw a YouTube video. It was a Hamza YouTube video. It was about, I can't remember what, I wish I knew exactly what it was, but it was about making money. I can't remember exactly which YouTube video it was, which is annoying. I'll probably find it, but yeah, I watched a YouTube video by Hamza. I remember I was walking up and down. There's like a field outside. I was walking up and down the field. I had my headphones in and I was listening to a Hamza video. And I was like, I need to make money. I was like, I can't be broke. Like, what's the point in... Because at that point in time, I was doing meditation. I was probably like you, bro. Like, you're probably the same as I was. You're probably in the exact same situation I was. I was just lucky I just started early. Like, very early. Like, 11 years old. I don't know many people. But, yeah, like, I was just walking, headphones in my ears, and I was just listening to it, and I was like, man, like, I just want to become rich. And it wasn't even about the money. Like, at that time, I wasn't even thinking about dream cars or dream houses. I was just thinking about helping my parents. I was just thinking about helping people around me. I was just thinking about, like, how cool would it be if by the time I'm 17, I was literally thinking by the time I'm 17, before I'm even an adult, as a child, I could retire my parents. I was just thinking that was my only goal. And guess what happened next? Like I think it was the day after that, because it was getting late. I walked across the field, took out my headphones, and through that night, I was like, "Yeah, I need to become rich. I need to become rich." I couldn't sleep. I was like, "I need to become rich. I really want to become rich." I was writing things down. I was watching YouTube videos. I was trying to work out how I could become rich. And I was like, "Okay." And my first thought that came to mind was door to door. So I went door to door the next day, and I knocked on about 150 doors. I knocked on them. I got one sale, which was actually very good. I was like, wow, it cost £20. I kind of got scammed if I think back to it, but it cost £20. I got my first sale and I was ecstatic. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can finally start making money on my own, because it was the first bit of money I've had. I don't come from a rich family. So yeah, it was the first bit of like good money I had. I was like, wow, I got £20. And then I was like, what if I can work for her? Because it was a woman. What if I can work for her every single month? And that happened. So it all starts just from the mind. The only reason why I even started my first business, which by the way I'm not still in, it was door to door. I've tried about 15 business models, like 15 different business models. I've done dropshipping, bro. Any business model you mentioned, I've done it. TikTok, I've done TikTok shop, I've done Instagram theme pages, I've done dropshipping, I've ran like 8 agencies now, or tried 8 different agencies. I've done a lot of cold calls, cold emails, which I guess isn't exactly a business model, but inside like agencies and stuff. I've done so much different stuff. I've run a personal brand. I've been a growth operator. I've done so like, you wouldn't even believe the amount of experience I've had in business by the time I'm 17 is insane. But that's not to brag anyway. But the point is desire. It all started with a desire. I was like, I want to become rich. And then that led to me researching how I could become rich. And even though it wasn't a great idea, right, I don't recommend well, I recommend it, but I don't recommend it long term. Even though it wasn't the best idea ever, door to door, it was obvious. It was something. It was a thought. Everything stems from a thought. The fact that you're on this YouTube video stemmed from a thought. What was your thought? The thought might have been, oh, I want to become rich. So you went onto YouTube and maybe you typed in, how can I hit 10k per month? And this video popped up. Or maybe it came up on your For You page. But everything stems from a thought. So anyway, guys, just to recap, mindset is the only thing holding you back. Self-sabotage, you know you can make 10k per month. You know it deep inside. Like, whether you want to admit it right now or not, whether you want to say it out loud or not, you know inside you can make 10k per month because you've seen other people do it and you know it's just simple maths. If you're struggling with motivation, you don't love your parents, you're selfish, you're looking at the small picture, you're like, oh, I feel like watching porn, I feel like watching Instagram Reels, I feel like watching TikTok, I don't feel like sending cold DMs, I don't feel like booking appointments, I don't feel like doing cold calls. And that dictates your life. Your whole life is dictated by your decisions. And your decisions so far, to be completely honest, bro, have been awful. And that's why you're living a life that you don't enjoy. Or you're living a life where you're not fulfilled, or you're not making 10k per month. So yeah, you have free will. Everything stands for your decisions. And after watching this, you will make 10k per month. I need you to believe that, because if you don't believe it, you won't do it. I'm telling you right now, belief is everything. If you don't believe, if you genuinely deep inside right now don't believe that you can hit 10k per month after watching this YouTube video, please give up, because you're going to save yourself 5 years of hardship and you're still not going to become successful if you don't actually believe it. It all stems from belief. Everything comes down to belief. And yeah, you need to have a desire. Now, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this YouTube video, obviously like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. But one last thing, if you really want to learn exactly how I can make like thousands a month, travel the world, do whatever I want in my life, and how, I was going to say hundreds, not hundreds, but about 30 people which I'm working with right now are doing the same thing, traveling the world, doing whatever they want with their life at a young age. We have a 17-year-old, so same as me, 17-year-old who's making 6k per month every single month from the UK. If you want to learn exactly how they do it and stuff, just go on my Instagram. It'll be in the description. I don't care if you do it or not. I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to give value. But you can go on my Instagram. It'll be linked in the description. You can go ahead, check out my Instagram, find out what I do. Potentially we could work together if you're lucky, because I don't work with everyone. And we'll get you to 10k per month light work within like 30 days. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the YouTube video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.